Hello, I'm Reema Chandra and welcome to Cooking Without Boundaries. Hi, and it is so good to be with you again. You get the idea. We are going to cook without boundaries with our theme ingredient for today, onions. Onions are very commonly found in almost all the supermarkets, grocery stores that we go to, as well as in most people's homes, kitchens, and pantries. This morning when I was thinking of what to make on the show today, I almost had a panic attack and I said, oh my God, couldn't go to grocery yesterday, so what do I cook? And then I realized that's exactly what I want you to do. I do not want you to run to grocery store. Look around yourself and see what you have. I had onions, 5 different kind of onions. Because of some reasons I had collected them in the past 2 weeks. So I said, well, I'll cook with onions today. So I thought I'll talk about onions, various kinds of onions before I start cooking with them. And so let's get to know onions a little better than what we usually know about them, what I usually know about them. So here I have red onions. Then I have Spanish onions, I have Vidalia, which is sweet, and then yellow onions. I have white boiling onions, and I have shallots. And I think I used up my scallions. I chopped them up, but this is the green onions. Onions have something called flavonoids, which are the phytonutrients in onions. And if you go and do some research, you'll find that they provide more phytonutrients than carrots or peppers, which was an eye-opener for me. And they suggest that a cup of onions every day adds a lot of health benefits to your daily life. So it's such an easy vegetable to find, such an inexpensive way to add health benefits to your diet. So let's get cooking with onions. And as we go along, I'll share some more stories about onions, how they came about, where they originated, and we'll have fun with it. 3 dishes that we are going to make today are onion and lamb stew, which is very simple comfort food for most people. You know, the moist and the juicy kind of dish. Second one, we'll make something with lentils. So we'll do onion seasoned lentils, red lentils with spinach. And then we'll finish it all with some quick salad, onion and nectarine salad seasoned with scallions. So let's get started. Onion and lamb stew has small chunks of lamb, small chunks of, but not chopped, relatively bigger chunks of onions. I had some shallots, so I cut up shallots in these kind of chunky pieces. But you don't have to. Any onion, whether you have Spanish or red onions or yellow onions, any of those onions would do. And then I cut up some chunks of potatoes. So let's get started with that. The cooking pot is hot enough here, so we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. In my case, I used canola oil. I have 5 cloves of garlic here, and I'm going to just gently crush it here with the stone here. There, I can already get the aroma of garlic here. Coat the pan with oil, flame to medium, and add our garlic here. Did you hear the sizzling sound? No. We'll add 5 bay leaves here, small bay leaves that I had in my refrigerator, and I will crush about 1 teaspoon of black pepper to add to the spices here. There isn't much that there aren't that many spices that go in this dish. It's very simple. Onion is the dominant one here. Added the black pepper, shallots, and we'll saute shallots with onions and bay leaves and black pepper for about I would say 3 to 5 minutes. We'll come back to it. We add our next few ingredients. Cut up potatoes. Usually rule of thumb for stew that I follow is I have same amount of lamb, potatoes and onions together mixed in the pan, and let it all mix in together. While we are sauteing, we are done with adding spices. This is it. But we're going to add 1 cup of tomatoes chopped, salt to taste, and cover it with a lid and let it simmer and simmer and simmer. That's the idea of stew. So let's add the next ingredient, which is tomatoes. That would be here. Smells wonderful already, and then I can imagine what it would be like when it is all ready to be eaten. Salt to taste. In this case, I'm going to add about 1½ teaspoon of salt, and then 1 bay leaf flew out here. And then when that is before serving, I'll check salt in lamb stew. Put the lid on it, let it simmer for 5 to 7 minutes. We'll check it then, and let's get started with our next dish, onion seasoned red lentils with spinach. So to get started with red lentils, we'll first cook red lentils with spinach and then season it with sliced sauteed onions. So let's add water, just plain water, to a cooking pan. I would say about 4 cups of plain hot water, 1 cup of red lentils, 1/4 cup of chopped tomatoes, 1 cup of frozen chopped spinach, this brings some leafy vegetable to your meal, and 1 teaspoon of salt, mix it all together, and let it simmer for, I would say, 15 minutes until the lentils are soft and cooked on low to medium flame. We'll cover it with a lid and then check it back in about 10 minutes. So this is looking very good with a little bit of sauce here, water here, and the water has come from shallots and tomatoes and the lamb. Everything is cooking together, and when you're stirring it, try to do it in a mushy kind of motion so that things get mixed with each other, and we'll lower the flame to low and let it simmer further. So our lentil dish has onion seasoning on it, and let's prepare the seasoning now. It's very simple. We'll add 1 tablespoon of oil, cooking oil, coat the pan with it, and add a cup of sliced onions. This is red onion that I sliced up earlier. It can be yellow, it can be Spanish, any of the onions that you have, you can use them. Onions are so common in people's pantry and kitchen that it's an easy main ingredient to find and then plan your meal around it. They originated somewhere in the Asia and Middle Eastern countries, but they made their way to Western world through spice routes long time ago, and now it's a very important food ingredient in people's homes. Legends have it that when they were building a pyramid, workers were paid with onions. It is that it used to be that important. Black pepper, of course, was called black gold, and they couldn't pay workers with those. So the onion was back then next best thing to black pepper. So people started using onion more and more in their cooking to add a little bit of spiciness and flavor. Little did they know that it had so many health benefits. It's anti-inflammatory, it has a lot of vitamin C and many other things. Onions made its way into the regular cooking stream, and now it's one of the most used ingredients in the culinary world. While preparing our seasoning now, let's add about half a teaspoon of black pepper crushed. I like to crush them fresh because that adds a lot of flavor, and it's not too much of pounding. It's just a little bit of pounding. Add it to the onions here that are already getting sauteed. They look pink a little bit to me, and that means they are ready to go, they're ready to be switched off, the stove to be switched off. Add about 2 tablespoons of scallions to it and switch off the stove. Remember, the pan is still hot, so it's going to cook onion and the scallions further for a couple of minutes before things slow down. Check our lentils. Looks very good. Again, I am pressing hard here on spinach and the lentils as I'm stirring them. Do you see the mixing of all three ingredients here, tomatoes, lentils, and spinach in one? You could also serve it as soup if you don't want to go with lamb or other things. Just make this, season it with onion, and that would make your soup. So the lamb, onion and lamb stew, it's ready. We will leave it covered in pan which is hot, and the cooking process of it is still going on even though the flame is off, and it'll go on for a few minutes, and that's good. It'll make it even more tender. Lentil is still cooking and almost ready. I can see the lentils getting cooked very well. I see that there is more water at this point than I would like it to, so I would remove the lid at this point and let it simmer for maybe another 5 minutes, and that way the water would evaporate, extra water, and I'll get the consistency that I want. So let that simmer. Our seasoning is ready, and when the lentils is done, I'll add the seasoning to lentils. In the meantime, let's go prepare our salad. Scallion flavored onion and nectarine salad. And the way I thought about making this particular dish was I had some nectarines which were hard enough, not yet overripe, that I thought will make good in addition to my salad. And then I had scallions, which you don't need to have it. If you have mint, you can add mint just to bring the green, some green color to it. I had green peppers, so I chopped that. Tomatoes, I chopped that, and red onions, I chopped that. So basically, again, combination of very common ingredients that you will have in your pantry or refrigerator, and mix them together in a proportion, and use it as salad, as fresh addition to your cooked dishes, and that would give such a crunchy and fresh feeling to the whole meal. Let's just get started. 1 cup of chopped nectarines, 1 cup of chopped green peppers, ½ cup of chopped red onions. You don't want to add 1 cup or the same amount that the other ingredients went in for red onion, because it will make it overpowering with onions. So let's not do that. Add about 1/4 cup of chopped tomatoes, very little, not that much, just to give that mixing. It sort of helps mix the things together well. 1 teaspoon of sugar or honey, whatever you have. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon or lime juice. Mix it together. I have 1/4 cup of chopped scallions. I'll mix in half, and then I'll add the other half as garnishing when I serve it in a serving bowl. Again, do this motion of pressing the ingredients together. They release a little bit of juice and they get mixed together very well. So do that for a minute or so, and then it will be ready. If you have a wooden spatula, that's even better for mixing salad right now. We'll serve it in dish and then try all our dishes together and see how they came out. Very good. So we did it again. We took the third of the trio that I have been talking about, garlic, ginger, onion. They enhance each other's flavor. And today we made onion as our theme ingredient. We used onion, different kinds, in 3 different dishes and made 3 very different tasting dishes. Red lentils with spinach seasoned with onions, Then we made scallion flavored onion and nectarine salad, and we made onion and lamb stew with potatoes. Onion adds flavors, onion adds health benefits, and onion adds taste to your food. And the easiest thing is, it's there in your pantry, in your refrigerator. You can use it in various things. You can have lentils just as soup. You can have salad just as salad, or with a little bit of some sort of carb. Or you can have lamb just as lamb with salad or with a loaf of bread. Possibilities are endless. You just have to want to do it. We did it today, and you saw how easy, how tasty, how quick, and how healthy we can put together a meal with this simple ingredient like onion. That's what I call cooking without boundaries. See you next time. Until then, happy cooking. I had fun cooking today, and I hope you did too. I love to cook without boundaries, and more than that, I love to hear from you, your suggestions, your feedback, your comments, and I ask you to challenge me to cook something that you would like to see on the show. Write to me at reema@sharontv.com or call me at 617-504-5136. Check out these episodes online at sharontv.com. See you next time. Cooking without boundaries means we come out of our boundaries that we put ourselves in, whether it is type of cuisine, country, culture, lack of skills, or lack of ingredients, or lack of time, you name it. Free yourself of any such restrictive lines, cross over, and cook without boundaries. I want to cook healthy, tasty, and easy meals for my family. I am one of you, and if I can do it, so can you. So let's get cooking.